Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers. All right, thank you, everybody. What's everybody looking so happy about? Do we have any questions? Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist, but you know who I am, mate. Listen, congratulations. You must be very proud. Proud? No, not at all, mate. We snuck past Carnarvon 1-0. Nothing to be proud about there, Chaz. Mate, you just won the league. Chaz, it's February, mate. We do not talk about titles at this club until they're mathematically in the bag. Yeah, look, I think you need to check your maths there, mate. What? Have we? We have? Oh, away to Carnarvon with no one watching. Well, that's an anticlimax, isn't it? Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 9, Episode 12 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. Today we're playing what turns out to be a meaningless league game against Afan Lido, and then we return to European action against Hiberbian of Scotland in the Europa League first knockout round. But yeah, we are champions, and it completely caught me off guard. I was playing the last game last night, and yeah, we got the confetti after the game. So apologies that we've missed that, but I mean, we all knew it was coming anyway. So it's a 9th consecutive league title for us. You can have a look at all the medal winners here. Don't get excited by the 40 goals for all mark. That is in all competitions, not just league. Because I got excited when I saw that. I was like, oh, wait a minute. But yeah, it's done. But in terms of the league, and that's all the medal winners there. Don't get excited by the sell-on fee there for Nebula, because it's not much. It's not much at all. There we go. So that's the exciting news. We are league champions again. Now, transfer window has closed, but if you were following along on the Discord channel, you'll know that we've had a little bit of action. So let's go through some of that. So the big news is that Kieran Topley has officially left us. He went off to Fulham. You can see there 3.5 million up front, potentially 4.6, which is nice. I mean, we can only wish him well, I think. He's on almost $8,000 a week now. He served us well, and I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's a shame that with Europe, with sort of still being in Europe, that he hasn't sort of been able to stay for this season. But it is what it is. You will notice there is no ins, especially that guy we're looking to get in on loan, the Makawina guy from Bayern Munich. His work permit got rejected. So that wasn't particularly helpful. Now, we have made some moves to try and replace him. First of all, I should say Michael Swift will be leaving us at the end of the year. He's off to Bristol City. That's fine. He didn't really work out exactly as I would have liked. He hasn't quite kicked on in terms of development, and I think we can do a little bit better. But what we have done to replace Topley, we can only do it for next season, but we've got in Lee Goddard. We've poached a promising youngster, a spirited, promising centre-back for Manchester City, and I think he could do okay for us. He's not the best in the air, which is maybe a small problem, but everything else about him is quite good. Only 18 as well, so there's plenty of room for development. Rated 82 by the scouts, which is amazing, and that's as a right back. You can see he can dribble. He can't really cross. I think he's going to be a good player for us. Let me know what you guys think. But he'll be in for next season. Other signings that we've got going in for next season, you can see here. And I don't usually like to show players before they've actually signed, but Lolo is the man I'm hoping to come in and sort of be a direct replacement for Kieran Topley. He's better in the air than Kieran was. He's got better free kicks. He's just an all-round general upgrade. The only thing that's not quite as good is his vision. But I'm hoping he'll come in and do a really, really good job. I know it says he's a midfielder, but he can play centre back. He can play pretty much anywhere down the spine. He really is another Kieran Topley, but I'm hoping that he'll be sort of a better version of Kieran Topley. So let's hope that Lolo comes in for next season. So that is that. Now, the other thing you will have seen on the Discord channel is that we received a bid for Sean Davies. You will notice that he is still a Bala Town player. Larne, I think the Northern Irish, aren't they? They came in with a bid of £1.2 million plus a 50% sell-on, which I added on, just in case he did actually go on to become a superstar. But yeah, he actually rejected their contract. Would you believe it? He's on £550 a week here. God knows what he would have been on if he joined them. But he rejected them, and he's going to stay with us. You've got to admire his loyalty. There's a little bit more potential there. But we signed this guy for £500 from Barrytown. Imagine if we'd sold him for 1.2 million. I don't think there's a sell-on clause either. There may be, actually might even be a benefit if there was, but I don't think there is, because that would help Barrytown out. Maybe that's what I need to look to do, is sign players from promising players from the other Welsh teams and give them a 50%. sell on to try and give them some cash so they can catch up a little bit. That might be something we need to look to do, actually. As I've clicked off his name there needlessly. Where is he? There he is there. So yeah, so he is staying with us, which is, I mean, it's not a bad thing in and of itself, but I would have liked £1.2 million for Sean Davies, that is for sure. So that is everything to catch you up on off the field. Now we've got to get back on it. Let's go and have a look at how we've done, starting with our game against Ruthen Town in the Welsh Cup 4th round. We got a horrible start, behind in the first minute. Kieran Topley pulled us level with his final Bala goal, and Heinz Mackmeyer sent us into the next round. So we dominated the game. It was poor finishing that cost us. And yeah, I mean, we fell behind very early on, which wasn't ideal, but we did come back. Kieran Topley with his final departing gift as he got the goal to get us level. Mackmeyer with the winner. And yeah, as I said, we dominated the game. We deserved to get through. We have, in the quarterfinals, kind of fallen away. But yeah, it is what it is. Next up, it was TNS in the league. We, of course, have not yet dropped a point this season. Did TNS take anything from us? We took the lead when Norrington Davies' save shot fell for Simon Tate. And Brett Brewerton sealed the points in stoppage time. We were unconvincing in this one, but they did not take anything from us. We still have won every game this year. Tate with a goal. Brewerton sealed it for us late on. Again, we were unconvincing. They didn't really threaten us. One thing we do have going for us is we look relatively solid at the back. I changed up and went with 2 up front for this one. This was more to try and throw Hibs off out of any sort of plans that we may have. And we weren't playing particularly well anyway, so I thought maybe a change in formation would help. And to be honest, it really didn't. Next up, it was kind of Fawn. This is the game that secured the title for us. Let's go have a look at the goals. Vukovic got the only goal of the game early in the second half. Well, goals is a little bit ambitious. Again, we were unconvincing in this one, but we again got the job done. Vukovic with the what turned out to be title sealing goal, and yeah, I mean we did enough, but by no means do we look like we're in any sort of form, and it really is actually quite worrying ahead of this Hibernian tie, because we're away from home in the first leg of that as well. So there it is. We've sealed the league. 24 wins from 24 games played. 2 games into the split, and we have already wrapped up the title. That's roughly how good we've been this year. You can see there we've got Carnarvon away in the quarterfinal of the Welsh Cup and, of course, the Europa League. But it's Afan Lido up first today in the league. We can see them there sitting 4th in the league. And this is what we're doing. We are the favourites for this one. Jordan Henderson. Yes, that one is their manager, which is interesting. 37 years old now. He doesn't look like a particularly good manager, but early days in his career, I'm sure he'll come good. They're attacking long ball style of play. Jurgen Klopp would not be happy with that, would he? We're expecting this sort of formation from them. We can see their positional heat map, their passing network, and their key passes as well. And with the league wrapped up, this is the team that we are sending out. You'll see Damien Allmark is back fit. Only just. But he's back fit for this one and into the starting lineup. So Taniskovic goes in goal. It's Burke, KDH, Griffith McMenemy, and Cameron as the back 4. It's Owen and Owens in midfield. It's Averman, it's McVeigh, and it's Davies down the wing. It is Allmark up top, as I said. We obviously have a big eye on the Hibernian game. So let's see how these boys do. Alright, and here we go with nothing to play for but the perfect season, which is probably something to play for, but it doesn't particularly matter, does it? What do we want to say? I expect nothing but a win. We're the favourites for a reason. Go and show them why. Let's try that. I do think the problem is in performances is probably down to team talks as much as anything else, because we know that we're the best team. We know that we should be able to beat any team quite comfortably. So the fact that we're not, I think, comes down to team talks, which is obviously my fault, but it's just a matter of trying to find what works for us. We've got a corner to defend here. That is horrible defending. McVeigh clears it off the line, and we've massively got away with that. Or have we? Not quite yet. Cameron should retrieve KDH's header, keeps it in to prevent the corner, and there we go. Yeah, so it just kind of, hopefully, it will be better in the league here. Averman with a ball. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Allmark to take it. We'll try and get him as close as we can to the record. I don't, as I said at last episode, the injury really does mean it's not going to happen for him this year. But you never know. He only needs 20 goals. He can't take a penalty to save himself. Maybe we will take him off penalties. And there we go. We're still tied at zeros. Corner comes in. Burke. It's flicked on, or away, rather. Averman to try and retrieve it, but that will end the highlight. Let's try maybe a show some passion here. And I am actually beginning to wonder, let me know if you guys have any thoughts on this in the comments, if putting Allmark on penalties when he's not scoring them might actually become detrimental to his goal scoring, because it sort of hurts his confidence for when he has chances in general play. So I'm thinking maybe, Teniskovic makes a decent save there. I'm thinking maybe we actually do just take him off them. And if he's the best man on the field, then he can take it. Otherwise, maybe it's not for him. Header away there by KDH. Averman has it. We've got Allmark up there with him, I think. Averman is looking quite pacey there, and it is cleared away. Just ran out of gas at the end there, didn't he? And it's going to be a throw-in. We'll give it another get creative here, and hopefully this opening goal isn't too far away for us. Allmark not having the best comeback from injury. 35 minutes gone. We're still scoreless. Cameron with a throw in for McVeigh. Nice ball through there for Damien Allmark, and there it is. Damien Allmark, a 41st goal of the season. Absolutely incredible stuff. And, well, maybe having him back is the difference for us getting goals in the league now. Because as I said before, when he's not scoring, there's not really many people who are in the league. It's a cracking ball through from Paul McVeigh, isn't it? Goalkeeper frozen on his line, and Allmark just tucks it away beautifully for his 41st of the season. Incredible, incredible numbers from Mr. Allmark. All right, we are about to get into halftime, and not before we have another highlight. Burke, decent. It's good area. It's bouncing around. Sean Davies tucks it away. It was Griffith McMenemy with the initial header. I think that was a good save off the keeper, but Sean Davies has got himself a goal. And, well, that's excellent stuff. What a way to end the first half. 2-0 up, and it gives us a nice platform. Griffith McMenemy, goalkeeper with the save. And the goalkeeper could not get back as the rebound fell for Sean Davies. And that is wonderful stuff. 2-0 at the break. What were we worried about? We'll give it a... Don't get complacent here, boys. We've stressed out young Daniel Owens. You're fine, mate. Just keep going. We've got a confident-looking Paul McVeigh, as you should be, mate. You're doing well. Allmark, just maybe don't take penalties anymore. That's maybe... Yeah. I was wondering that before he got injured, actually, if it is maybe something that's becoming detrimental, because they miss a penalty, obviously their match rating drops, and we've seen it before with him that he can go missing when he's not playing well. So yeah, that is something I'm considering doing. Owens is not having a great game in midfield there. He's a decent young player, so we'll give him time, but it's maybe not his game particularly. All right, let's take him off. Let's try Cheney in midfield. I'm tempted to try Ian Cheney as a box-to-box midfielder. Now that we have sort of wingers that are relatively, on the right side anyway, that are relatively well suited. Let's get up Gareth on as well. Go on up. We don't really need him out there. And he was a bit of a panic buy, a 1-point-something million panic buy. So we should probably try and find a use for him. But I am wondering if maybe he's one of these that came in. We panic bought, of course we could, because we could afford to, and maybe we just looked to get him back out the door. But it was okay, wasn't it? 2-0. It was okay. It was nothing more than that. So Bala Town hammer Afan Lido. I really don't think it's a tactical genius beating another team 2-0 in the league when we have our resources. But there we go. That is the league put to a side for the episode. 75 points from 25 games played. You can see what I mean, where we're just not quite looking as good as we were. But anyway, wait right there, guys. We're back for Europe. European football returns. We're off to Hibs. Hopefully, we'll get a result. Alright, welcome back, and we do have breaking news ahead of our European tie, and that is that Lolo has indeed signed for us for next season. Amazing, amazing news. £1.4 million. He had a release fee, I believe, from St Mirren. But anyway, I think he's going to be a really, really good player for us. 3.8 grand a week. You can see squad player. The rest of the deal is lined out there for you. And yeah, like I said, I showed him to you before. I think he's going to be a really, really good Kieran Topley replacement. Again, let me know what you guys think. Was he? Oh no, he's Malaga. Sorry. Oh no, he is on loan at St Mirren from Malaga. There we go. That makes sense. You can see he's not really ever established himself in the Malaga team. He's playing in the Scottish Premier League right now and doing a decent enough job. But I think as a centre-back rather than a midfielder, which is what I'm looking at here, I think he's going to be decent for us. I really, really do. I'm excited to get him in. So that's one for next season, not for this season. Let's have a look at what we're doing here, though. We are in Edinburgh, ready for the game against Hiberbian. We aren't the favourites for this one, which is... It is what it is, isn't it? We're in excellent form, but we haven't really played much. We're up against a Stuart Kettlewell coach team. He looks like a decent enough manager, you'd say. A balanced, standard playing style. This is what we're expecting from them. This sort of a formation. We can see here they beat Aberdeen last time out. They're sitting 6th in the Scottish Premier League right now, the Scottish Premiership. So they're just a mid-table team there, so they're nothing particularly special. This is their heat map from that game against Aberdeen. We can see their passing network there as well, and their key passes, very much sort of in and around the penalty area. This is the team we're sending out. We're going to have a bit of a go at them. Away from home, obviously away goals could be important, so that's what we're going to do, and hopefully it won't come back and backfire on us. So Tanis Kovic is going to go in goal. He's the future of the club. He is a 3-star rated goalkeeper now with recent improvements, so we're going to give him the faith and give him the start. It's Norrington Davies, it's O'Halloran and Gosney, obviously with Topley leaving and no replacement coming in. We're going to hand it back over to Connor Gosney, to play in Europe for us, so let's hope he doesn't let us down. And of course, Follerin down the right. York and McVeigh go in midfield. Now let's all remember, of course, that Ryan Murphy got himself stupidly sent off against Manchester United in our final group stage game in the Champions League, so he misses this one. It's Grehan getting the nod over Averman with Williamson as a shadow striker in this one. Hopefully he'll play well in that position for us with Vukovic down the left. Mackmeyer goes up top. He's looked a star so far. Let's hope he continues that in Europe. So we are matching up with them man for man. This is absolutely huge. We need to try and get some away goals here, go back home and hopefully get the job done there. We're the underdogs. Suit us down to the ground, boys. Go out there, cause an upset. Some calm, we have faith. And let's hope we recapture some of our best form here. Because let's be honest, we're going to need to do that. If we put out the dribble we've been putting out in the league lately, then we are going to be on the end of a little bit of a hiding. And of course, Hibs reserves, let's not forget, knocked us out of the Iron Brew. So we've got a little bit of revenge on our thoughts from that one as well. Hibs bring it forward here though. Can we win that back? Of course, the thing about the Hibs reserves game is that it was kind of Bala reserves that were playing as well. It wasn't like it was our best team. Tanis Kovic, what a save that is. I think he was offside anyway, but he wasn't to know that. That is a cracking save from Miladen Tanis Kovic. Goal kick for Hibernian. 5 minutes gone. We should get to that. York, that is a terrible header, mate. What the hell was that? And not great. Let's give him a get creative, but not too creative, Sam York. Just maybe you pass to teammates for me, please. Yeah. Not much has happened. We do want to try and get some away goals here, if at all possible. I was really, really happy it's taken a knock, tight calf. It's just not quite happening for Williamson, is it? All right, here we go. York has the ball now. Ball back in there for McVeigh. Back over to York, to McVeigh. There's a nice ball around the corner there for Norrington Davies. Can he pick out a cross? Mackmeyer should be lurking in the middle. York to McVeigh. Can he slip a pass in? Goes back to York. I don't mind patience as long as there's something at the end of it. Here we go with Norrington Davies getting forward. Back post. Grehan's there. Nods it away to McVeigh. Picks it up back to Follerin. Follerin to York. We're probing away. Can we find a way through? Norrington Davies again. Back to Mackmeyer. Oh! A stunning strike by Mackmeyer, and it's hit the inside of the post. So unlucky for Heinz, our young German striker there. Here we go again. We've got work to do defensively here. We're looking a little bit vulnerable in wide areas. Cross comes in. Doherty's there. It's 1-0 to Hibs. And, all right, what have we seen from that? We need to defend with more width. I think let's maybe do that. And I'm going to say we don't exploit the flanks as well. Looks like they were ready for that, doesn't it? So we'll not do that, and hopefully that'll give us a benefit. But, yeah, we're not playing well lately, and we're behind in Europe. Disappointing does not begin to sum it up, does it? Yes, we want to continue with those changes. We made the changes because of the goal. Let's give it a demand more and see what we can do. We've got more work to do here defensively. Ball comes in and straight into Tanis Kovic's arms. And I wondered if I should have kept going with the European formation we were using in the Champions League, but I do think we should be as good as Hibs. Here we go with Williamson. Good ball for Mackmeyer. Mackmeyer! Keeper makes a stunning save. Mackmeyer looks so lively though, doesn't he? We've already seen him now hit the inside of the post, run himself through on goal nicely there as well. Here we go, O'Halloran on the board to McVeigh. Back to Sam York. What can he do? Back to O'Halloran. All the way back to Tanaskovic. Take your time, mate. You've got Gosney here if you need him. He finds him nicely. Come on, Kieran. Connor. Why did I say it was cost of Kieran Topley? Here we go with Folleran getting forward. Back in there to McVeigh, to Williamson, to Grehan. Grehan goes past his man and Grehan into the side netting. Unlucky. Unlucky. Of course, we've dominated this game. If we do get one goal, suddenly it sort of all looks a lot better for us, doesn't it? But we've not been particularly great, but we've not been particularly bad either. Unlucky, boys. Unlucky. We want to see more from you, please, Vukovic. We'd like to see a little bit more from you, please, Sam York. And also from Mr. O'Halloran, though, just as long as he's not making stupid mistakes, I think I'm okay with O'Halloran for now. And let's get back out there. Connor Gosney over a free kick. Here we go. Can we get ourselves back level early in this second half? Gosney goes back to Tanaskovic. Yeah, we're having trouble finding a way through, aren't we? Here we go. Mackmeyer plays it off there for Williams. Williams brings it forward. Go on, Williamson. Have it, mate. Williamson. No, it's a weak finish. He did have a little bit of a knock, but he looks to be okay. Demand more. Come on, boys. Vukovic is having another poor game for us. Alright, so we'll call it on him. We'll get Maurice on out left there. It's it. We look flat, don't we? We look flat. Let's try exploit the middle and pass it into space. If we're exploiting the middle but still looking for overlaps, we shouldn't be too central. We've got a free kick here. Maurice, decent to the back post. Oh, David Grehan with a massive, massive away goal. Adam Maurice with the assist. Only a fifth goal for Grehan, but he has played most of his football in Europe this season. So it's understandable he hasn't been free scoring. But Maurice comes on for Vukovic and very, very quickly delivers the cross that Grehan puts in the back of the net. It's 1-1, and that sort of reflects the game a lot more fairly now, doesn't it? Come on, boys. We should try more long balls forward. I don't think we want to do that, do we? Let's demand more here. Williamson is looking a little bit tired now. Let's get him off. Let's get Brewerton on. How do we want to work this? We can put McVeigh forward. So I guess Brewerton comes in the midfield then, doesn't he? Williamson's not having the best game anyway. Can Brewerton play as an advanced playmaker? Let's use him as a central midfielder. That's fine. We want you as a trequartista for me, please, mate. And let's get Mackmeyer on attack rather than support. Now we don't have that support striker with him. Come on, boys. Show some passion. Can we go and get a winner, or are we taking a 1-1 draw back with us to Wales? Come on. O'Halloran with a booking. We've got a free highlight, I should say, here with a throw-in. 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. McVeigh plays it off the Hibs defender. Back to Sam York. Out there to Norrington Davies. Good first-time ball for Maurice. Can he pull it back? We've got men queuing up in the middle. It's there for Mackmeyer. It's there still for Grehan. Oh, and I think the block has... Yeah, it's gone back off of Grehan, and that is a goal kick, unfortunately for us. But we've taken a 1-1 tie with us back to Wales. And we've looked okay there, haven't we? We've looked a little bit better than we did in the league game. We'll say we're proud of you, boys. We're proud of you. So honours even at Easter Road. Maybe this Hibs team's a decent team. How did they get to this point? I wonder. They got out of Group D, so they didn't have a strong group. But to be fair to them, they beaten Schalke. So how did they've beaten Schalke? So they've lost. They lost to the Slovenian team, and then they lost to. Then they lost to Schalke. So. Yeah, I mean, they're a decent team, but it certainly wasn't the hardest group they've got there, is it? But there we go. Let me know what you think of that in the comments. 1-1. You'd like to back us at home, I think, wouldn't you, to get out to get out of this tie into the second knockout round. But yeah, not a classic performance again. But there we go, guys. That's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for the second leg of that. And then since there's nothing to play for in the league, we'll come back for the Welsh Cup quarter-final against Cavan Druids. No, it's not. It's against Carnarvon and Reed. And that will be for next episode. That was silly, wasn't it? So there we go. That's it, guys, for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And yeah, let's hope we get the job done in where are we going? Wrexham. Take care.